Want to get some epic footage with your DJI Mini 4 Pro? Today, I'm revealing the ultimate cinematic settings to get your drone shots to the next level. Stick around, because I'm about to share most of my favorite tricks and secrets. Let's dive into it. First of all, let us talk about how to properly configure this tiny-looking camera. And I know the size might look not as big as a mirrorless camera with a full-frame sensor, but I can assure you that despite the size, it has enormous capacity about filming some epic footage. Now, in this video, we're going to refer to a lot of rather advanced topics. Therefore, I would assume that aperture, shutter speed, ISO, slow motion, and such kind of terms sound familiar. If not, then let me pin some good articles and videos in the description below this one so that you can get a good kickstart. So, ideally, I'd stick to 24 frames per second, or if you plan to publish on social media, 30 frames per second sounds like a good plan too. 4K 60p is also a good option, so it's the maximum frame rate of 100 FPS in 4K because it allows you to make a 4 times slower video if your original timeline is 24 FPS. I would generally avoid shooting in full HD. While the smaller file size is tempting and will still look good in most cases, having 4K resolution allows zooming in without degrading the quality too much. The next aspect is the shutter speed, and here we follow the 180-degree rule. Very easy to remember. You get your frame rate and you point to a doubled shutter speed. For example, if you're filming in 30 frames per second, shutter speed should be 1 by 60. If you film at 60 frames per second, should be 1 by 120. Let's also tune the ISO levels. 100 or 200 are great. Overall, anything up to 1000 with this drone feels good. Pushing it to the maximum makes sense only for darker scenes, and yet, whenever possible, I'd keep it lower. You may also want to set the white balance, so that there is no color shifting. If you keep it at auto, and if there are dynamic changes in the scene, let's say it gets cloudy all of a sudden, this is going to shift the colors, hardly fixable in post. As for color profile, and this is interesting, my personal favorite is D-Log-M, because I'm quite familiar with it and keep across all my DJI devices, including the Pocket and the Action 5 Pro. Lately, the HLG option gains popularity, which can probably push the dynamic range even further, but some prior experience with it is necessary, and I overall find the D-Log-M easier to work with. Better use H.265 compression, it gives you pretty much the same kind of results at lower file size, and this is anyway the only option for D-Log-M in some of the resolutions, and I will show you in the end of the video how this pays off. All of this sounds great, but let's put all of these settings together, hit that record button, and hey, this is a terribly looking overexposed mess. Apparently something is missing. It's where ND filters are necessary. I wish they're part of every Fly More combo by DJI, but apparently an accessory you need to separately order. I would definitely stick to the DJI originals because they're going to have the least possible color distortions. If you want to go for third parties, then get some really quality glass. And game on. Depending on the amount of light, you get to choose the corresponding ND filter. I almost always keep the darkest one, with the presumption that if it gets a bit darker than usual, I can rely on the ISO to compensate the exposure. If it is too bright, given the aperture is fixed with this camera, you have to sacrifice shutter speed, which will eliminate the so nice motion blur. I think the game here is quite clear. You want exposure close to 0 or a little bit below and still follow the 180-degree rule. Keep in mind that higher frame rates will require higher shutter speed, so you may have to use a lighter ND filter. And here comes the super important reminder: be patient, do not give up. Sometimes you have to be extra stubborn because there is no magic formula, there is no cheat sheet. It's just learning by doing, and very often in your early attempts there would be a lot of footage that doesn't work at all. I mean, it's going to be either overexposed or underexposed, or you're going to have to bring the drone up, then figure out, okay, you need a different ND filter, then bring it down, bring it up again. So it is a process, and over time you would get better and better. In my case, it took me years, but now I would say maybe 5, 6, 7 years after I started following the 180-degree shutter rule, above 90% of my footage is perfectly well usable. Now, with the camera configuration already out of our way, there is one remaining big topic to discuss, and that would be the gimbal, which holds it. And while with the camera, we were mostly sticking to theory, with the gimbal, we have to find the middle ground, because everybody has different own unique way of flying. Some people have steadier hands, some people prefer more rushy movements. Therefore, I have seen a lot of people which use totally different than my settings and still achieve epic footage. Let's navigate to the control settings, gain and exposure tuning. We're toning down the sensitivity of each of the axes. Don't overdo them because you risk getting the camera too insensitive, which is definitely as annoying as being too jumpy. The remote has 3 modes, and I would strongly suggest trying out each one of them. If you feel that you're ready to live more dangerously, the obstacle avoidance braking can sometimes ruin good shots. You may want to disable it, but I've had cases where this was a pretty bad idea. This is an old shot where 3 branches came into the drone's way and, well, the gimbal broke. This was a much older DJI Mavic Air drone, though. One of the really cool things that the Mini 4 Pro can do is to track you or an object of your choice. This greatly helps me to film all my electric scooter and e-bike reviews without getting someone else to film me. But comes with certain restrictions. I almost always get to record these in open spaces where no people or traffic are present. Apparently, there are plenty of creative options, and while honestly replicating the ads that DJI show are quite hard, you can still get pretty close in terms of results once you master these. Now, for the final touch, color grading. If you shoot in D-Log-M, bring it into Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, or even the DJI Fly app. One option is to manually tweak the contrast, the shadows, the saturation, and so on, everything needed for a perfect cinematic look. Or, option B, the smarter one, use this ready LUT, which restores the flushed colors to normal, and the magic you gain is the much greater dynamic range, which allows you to also better color grade. The big advantage of D-Log-M and HLG is the 10-bit video output. Although this doesn't sound like much more than the regular 8-bit in normal mode, it actually is. Gives you much greater freedom in post-production. For example, if the footage is very dark, you have the chance to recover without smashing the colors or get some weird tone shifting, or push the color grading a bit more without impacting the quality. Everybody has their own taste about saturation, vibrance, contrast, and so on. Try to not overdo it because most smartphone displays and TVs are anyway quite vibrant these days. So these are most of the best practices, tips and tricks I have to share with you based on my own experience. And of course, over time I have borrowed a lot of knowledge and experience from friends and colleagues, and I'm sure that's never-ending learning path. Therefore, be patient, be curious. The Mini 4 Pro is a marvelous camera disguised as a drone. And now it's time for you to tell me whether you have some good tips and tricks to share. The comment section below the video is open to you, and I would love to see your own footage, so don't be afraid to share. Thanks a lot for watching this episode. I'm Michael, the Tech Mishka. Would love to see you again. Therefore, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more cool tech inspections. Enjoy flying, be responsible, and I guess I'm gonna see you soon. Bye.